Morris just woke up, so I don't want to keep him waiting this morning. Hi. Hello, buddy. But it's up here. Come on back up here. There you go. There you go. No chickens this morning. Not yet. Good morning, everyone. Morris, buddy, good boy. I was out here at midnight, had a corral stripe. I'm making that sound worse than it is. He hangs out back off the back side of the carport a lot in the evening. And often when I call him, often if I go to the garage and do stuff with the printer, he comes in. And then if he doesn't come in, he comes from out the back side of the carport when I call for him. And Morris was all snug and a bug in there. Yeah, it's in the 50s now, going to be in the 70s later. I feel very comfortable out here this morning. My tree out the kitchen window, it's very red. It's still not quite peak. Maybe Monday. But boy, is it looking pretty this morning. And this one is starting to finish now, but I've really enjoyed it. Which is why I planted them, right? So I would have color at certain times of the year that I would really enjoy. And I am. And these are big enough to, really get the color coming. I have walked the yard, refreshed the water everywhere, made sure the birds had food, watered a couple of things a little bit, pulled leaves out of stuff. It's a really nice morning to not have to rush anywhere and have time to just do my thing. So I appreciated that this morning. I will try. I want to fertilize the camellias and azaleas and other evergreen stuff. I want to blow the cul-de-sac. I want to plant the 2 trees that came, but those are both going in pots, one of which is already ready to go. And maybe cut a little bit of the tall cut leaf coneflower, dried out stems from in the front yard and out on the bank. Little stuff, not huge things. Dawn's got a list of stuff too. I don't remember what it all is. I do enjoy coming up here in the mornings, out here in the morning, and checking out the color. Seeing how things are doing. Of course, it was a lot of fun walking out there this morning too. Yep, these are the days where you can walk outside and you don't need a jacket. You're not cold, you're not hot, and nothing's biting you. These are the days I really like. These are the days that make all the rest of it worth it for me. I forgot to check the new tree over here for dryness. I should check it. I checked all the other ones. Seriously, all the other ones. I think that'll hold Dawn off until dinner. What do you think? And hot dogs, because why? Because Whole Foods had them on sale again this week. And we like them with our breakfast. And there was only 4 pieces of bacon. So I needed a supplement. But this is what the hot dogs are. When they put them on sale for $5 and something, I buy a few packs. They keep for a while. Abby's weeping is in the pot. Doesn't look very weeping right now, does it? I'm sure it will weep. I'd probably like to pull this a little farther away from this. Might have to trim this. We'll see. I'm not going to do any of that now. I got lots of time to do that. I did secure it so that it's upright and won't get blown around in the wind too bad, I hope. And watered it in, of course. Now, almost every plant that comes from Mr. Maple has been in the 1 gallon, plenty long enough to be ready to be transplanted. And if not, they tell you, like recently transplanted, leave in the pot for a while, or they try to. I've certainly seen them do that. Try to be as honest as possible. This Koto Maru wasn't root bound and was loose and kind of lying over in the pot, not upright after shipping, which is sort of a clear sign that it's not secured with the roots. So I was as gentle as I could be, and I have potted it and secured it. And I think because it's fall, it's going to be okay. But we'll have to watch this one. This one I'm a little more concerned about than most. But I was as careful as I could be, and it's watered in and it's secure, and it's fall when it's going almost dormant. So we'll hope for the best. I think it'll be fine. My worry level is about a 5 out of 10, not like severe worry. Right, Stripe? Just a little worry. It's 3 o'clock and I've enjoyed it out here for a little bit. The one neighbor's blowing now, which is loud, and another neighbor, which is worse, is burning. We have a no burn ban starting tomorrow. It's not a good idea today either, but hey, I know. I did get the pansies and violas planted in various pots, and I trimmed up the ferns over here so it looks neater going down the boardwalk. We end up putting some, Christmas things over there. It was time. I'll continue to trim and tidy as things die off from the cold, but I still got a lot of stuff that's not died, so can't do all of it. This flag is giving me and Don fits. It won't stay on its pole. Well, it stays on the pole. I think it's got a rubber band now technically, but it keeps on getting bunched up. Morris and Stripe, if you can see them, are in through there on that table. So maybe last night when I called Stripey and he, came from the carport area, that's probably where he was. He likes the other cats, especially Morris, but he likes his quiet time too. So I often find that he goes just a notch further than he has to around the yard to look for a quieter place. In the bed at night, Marty tries to be right on top of him, and he doesn't appreciate that too much.
So I building her little things, and I glue it. I put weight on it just to kind of clamp it. I just use my socket sets, and sometimes I use rubber bands because there's just a lot of these little things. It's easy to do. I mean, it's these bigger ones like this, but some of the stuff is kind of with the little eyeballs and stuff like that. Those will get a little tougher, but it goes pretty quick. Well, here's that flat panel heater. It's I don't know what you call it, Delorme. It's one of those European companies. You could tell from the vent there it's been used a little bit, and you plug it in. It boots, shows that when you hit the power button it'll flash. There it goes. And that error code, according to the internet, is too hot. But obviously I just plugged it in. It's been off, it hasn't been working in a while. We picked it up at the recycle place yesterday. So I looked on YouTube, and they said that that's the limit switch inside underneath this cover. That take off those screws, and it's gunked up with dust, and it's not making good contact. So that limit switch can't close because of the debris. So I'm gonna take it apart and see if I can clean that switch. I just unplugged it. So here we go. Well, I've got it set up here in the garage next to Ruby. I've got it on the lowest setting. I hooked it up to one of my Shelly energy monitors. And the lowest setting, which is on right now, is 547 watts. Medium is 1.1 kilowatts. And then full is 1550. I mean, it's actually pushing it. So I wouldn't run this thing on the high or the 3 setting. But the 1 setting where it's 500 watts, it's good. But I've already tested it. If I cut it off with my Shelly, it won't come back on. So it does not remember across the, it remembers the setting, but it will not automatically restore and turn on after a power cut. So you have to manually come out here. So it's no good for controlling it externally with a smart switch or anything like that. So I'm just going to let it run. I did test the tilt tip sensor, and it tipped it both ways, and it cuts off if it falls backwards or forwards, and so that's good. I think it's in good shape. The only thing I've noticed is when I run it with the fan, this fan on this side, the air comes out, but the fan on the other side, I can't tell. It doesn't seem to any air come out of that. But really, this thing is not designed for a fan to circulate the air. It's basically the air's just coming right straight up this wall. I mean, that's what this thing's is how it's designed. It's basically a wall, a baseboard type heater. It's designed to hang on the wall. Obviously, we didn't get the person who had it. They did not put all the accessories. Like I said, that there is a wall mount. I think it mounts it about 1 inch off the wall. But I have no desire to do that. But it can be mounted to the wall. It's they still sell it on Amazon. It's $209.
Somebody lost their Burger King crown.
That's right.
It's been years since I seen one of those, but I remember them from, well, a super long time ago.
I think they had them when I was a kid.
Even when you were a kid, okay. We're gonna just squeak in our workout. It's a few minutes after 4. They're open here until 5. We went to Harris Teeter first because I wanted to go while the butchers were still there and get some standing rib roasts. They're on sale already, and I bought 3, and I'm sure I'll be buying more to put in the freezer. Hey, battery delivery guy. For the poor girl that's out here in the dark finishing up.
I was going to say, it's bad enough that you run out of daylight and you run out of battery too.
Yeah, but
I
look,
can fix the battery.
But look, I just have that little tiny spot. There was no way your girl was leaving that.
No way. I understand.